G'day YouTube. So we've picked up the Enfield the other day and I'm going to do a bit of a review on it. I've got it up the mountains at the moment and I'm just going to run you over the bike, run you through everything before we hop on it and take off. Alright, so as most of you probably already know, the Royal Enfield company has been around since 1901. They've been making their bikes in India since the 1950s. So originally a English company, but now they're I guess they're an Indian company now. Nothing much has changed over the years in regards to the actual bike itself. They have got electronic fuel injection now due to all the emission standards that we have over here in Australia. It's dual electric and kickstart, big 500cc single. This bike is stock and it's virtually brand new. I bought it with 422 kilometers on it and it's only got 945 on it at the moment. The riding position's the comfiest I've ever been in all of the motorcycles that I've owned and ridden. It's pretty straightforward, but when sitting on the bike, sorry about all the cars that are passing by. Can't really help with that one. When sitting on the bike, you're in a comfortable sort of position. Your legs aren't too far forward or too far back. You've got a sprung seat, so as long as you don't sit too far back on the pillion seat, you've got the front seat and the springs on that also help when you're moving. All the controls are pretty much standard, so you've got the key up the top, you've got your kill switch, you've got your throttle, your brake, your clutch on your left hand side, another car, and we've got the choke, lights. We've also got the blinkers and the horn on the left hand side, as well as a little pass switch, which also helps flashing other vehicles. The bike doesn't come standard with the crash guards or the little light cowling here. They were put on after, but they came with the bike when I bought it. The power of the motorcycle, it's got a lot of low end torque. Being a big single cylinder, a lot of people do complain about the vibrations in this bike. I personally don't have an issue with that. Traveling at 110 or 120 on the freeway in 5th gear, not a problem at all. It will just coast on through. Even when I had my bag tied on the back this morning, there was no worry at all regarding power. The layout of the motorcycle in regards to compartments, it's pretty easy. We've got this little oval section here which holds the toolbox inside. This is the air filter behind this little triangular compartment here. Then on the opposite side you've got the battery box, and the other triangular compartment has got all of your ECU units and your fuses as well. The pillion seat has its own little bracket here, so you can remove that if you want. It is quite comfortable. I already have doubled someone on it. The driver's seat, the foam is it's fairly firm, so I might recover that and adjust the foam just to suit me a little bit better. The mirrors, nice and big, you can see everything behind you. The lighting when driving at night time is perfect. Spreads it in an easy manner. High beams are nice and bright. Blinkers are quite large, so you don't have an issue with cars not seeing you. The tank grips also help for when riding. It's nice and easy to hold on to. There's no slipping, sliding and wrecking paintwork. Personally, this colour is my favourite, which is why I got this colour. Stopping is nice and easy thanks to the large disc brake at the front. At the back you do have your original drum brake, which is a bit spongy, but that's the characteristic of a drum brake. So if you use them both together, you pull up nice and tight. As for handling, The actual handling of the bike is very easy. Thanks to the upright seating position, you're able to go through all of your curves without having to worry about toppling over. You're in a position where you know where you're going to end up in that corner. It's not top heavy. All the gravity, the center of gravity is nice and low, so it's very easy to ride, especially at slow speeds. I mentioned just earlier on, it's got a lot of torque, so for hill climbing, absolutely great. I'm going to put my GoPro on soon and we're going to take it for a spin around the area. It's probably about a 5 or 6 minute drive, and you'll be able to see through all the hills that it pulls up the hill quite nicely. So enough of that being said, I think we should try and start her up and take her for a spin. It's also got a nice note. The bike has the original exhaust on it, and it's got a very nice thump to the tone. So it's dual electric and kick. I personally like to kick these bikes over. I think it's a bit of the characteristic of it. So let's start. So starting procedure is quite simple. It's key on. Before I do this, I also like to let you know that it won't start on the side stand. It's got a cut-off switch on the side stand, which is quite handy because there are times there where you might forget to kick the side stand up. You take off, the first left-hand turn you take, it digs into the road. So I always get into a habit of putting it on the center stand because it's nice and firm as well. It doesn't want to go anywhere. Well, enough of that. I think we should start the bike, take it for a ride. Cool. Starting procedure is quite easy. You turn the key on, turn the kill switch on, give it a nice firm kick and hope she starts. Easy as that. It's always good to let it warm up a little bit, which I have already. Let's take it for a spin. Well, that was a nice ride, YouTube. Thanks for watching. Hope you liked this review. Hopefully this answers a few questions about the Enfield Classic 500. And if you buy one, enjoy it. Feel free to ask any questions. If you haven't bought one, maybe you should. Cool.